Then the other storyline here from this whole thing was not on lead card, not at all. It was actually from a hot mic on hole 18. So the Pro Tour had this stream going on YouTube that was just hole 18, just streaming live. And I started getting like tagged and stuff because at about an hour, it was on the, I don't know, the third or fourth day, about an hour and 45 minutes into this live stream, you can hear this argument go down between Catrina Allen and Jessica Weese. They got into it on hole 18. Apparently it all started, you had it pulled up from the UDisc scorekeeper was explaining.
Yeah.
Apparently it all started because Catrina Allen thought Jessica Weese took a 10. Jessica Weese thought she took an
8.
8.
And they all counted and decided it was a 9.
Yeah, they all counted and decided it was a 9.
So they're both wrong.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Right? You got to the right score at the end. But then it like got escalated from there. You can hear some of the quotes back and forth and you can tell who said what, but obviously you can't see them. It sounds like when it was all said and done, I mean, there was the B word was thrown out there, the F word, like it was a heated exchange. Basically, at one point, Catrina Allen, according to this UDisc scorekeeper, said something about like, I don't understand how you've been playing for this long and you can't count your score. And then on the coverage, you can, or on this live hot feed, you can hear what appears to be Jessica Weese, and it would make sense in this scenario, said, B, I've been playing for a lot longer than that. Little retort there. And then at some point, you hear what sounds like Ella Hansen crying and saying, I'm out of here and leaving. And you hear, I don't know who says it, but like someone says effing ridiculous or something like that right up next to the mic. So chaotic.
No pain, no gain on that mic, am I right?
Apparently a marshal had to get involved from what people were saying on Reddit. And someone on Reddit, 3 people on Reddit I saw, I have not heard anything to confirm this, but 3 people on Reddit are claiming that Catrina Allen is facing a suspension going into next year. On what grounds or how, I don't know. Again, all you can tell is just like the hot mic. You can hear people are getting upset at each other. You can tell who's who. But
it definitely would have had to been if there was like a legitimate verbal assault or like some serious, like some pretty bad things would have had to been said, I think, to warrant a suspension. But I don't know. This is pretty. It doesn't really happen. You know, it's kind of unprecedented a little bit.
Well, it might happen more than we think. It just doesn't normally happen. There's a hot mic by 18 to catch whatever the heck goes down.
But you're right. But yeah, we certainly never hear about things getting blown out of proportion like that.
I think it was just a long, rough season for Catrina Allen boiled over, and it just kind of all seemed to have spilled out. Because at one point, someone said, "Just because you're having a rough day doesn't mean you have to be rude to all of us." And like, things got heated quick, is what it sounded like.
I don't know. I would have to hear. I'd really have to hear the entire story and all the transcript and what was said before I could make a judgment call on like, does that deserve a suspension or not? But if she was legitimately like verbally attacking all of her card mates, then like I could see like a 1 event suspension. You know, if it was like a hey, we're not going to tolerate that slap on the wrist situation.
Well, but I don't know.
I'm not going to see a Nico LaCastro situation.
Well, I think the tough part is like where is the suspension from? You know what I mean? Like, is it from the Pro Tour? Is it from the PDGA?
And maybe it's a fine.
Well, like, have they set up the fine stuff yet? Because I know
didn't they say that they
were getting ready for it. That's what the tour card was like being implemented for, so that they could do fines and stuff. But I don't know if it's fully in.
Yeah,
nothing's been said from the Pro Tour. Like, there's been nothing addressing it. This is all the UDisc guy who was there. The UDisc guy, I mean, the guy keeping score. He was just volunteer. He doesn't not representing UDisc. The guy who was keeping score for UDisc, he posted something on Reddit, and then you can hear some of the transcript for yourself, and you can piece together who's saying what based on just knowing their voices on the whole 18. The whole Marshall getting involved suspension thing, that's just from like 2 Reddit comments. That's not confirmed from anyone who would know.
Yeah, people were saying that like a Marshall had to get in between them to where like they were going to fight each other.
Yeah, we weren't on the ground, so no clue.
Show me the footage.
You can hear it on 18, so you can confirm at least a lot of what is being said is true because you can hear it for yourself.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on and some heated people. That's for sure.
So that'll be an interesting storyline to follow to see if anything comes of that. But in my opinion, it'll probably just be like all settled, you know, no suspension and roll into next year.
We'll see.
Forget it even happened. But it was definitely an interesting one to wrap it up there. And interesting that the Pro Tour just happened to have a camera live. And I thought once I saw it, I was like, I've got to listen to this now because surely the Pro Tour is going to pull this.
Sure did.
And they never did. It's still up. So if you haven't heard it, you can find a link to it on Reddit and go listen to it with timestamp.